Hello everyone, my name is Tucker Ellis, and today we will be reviewing the recording techniques that I used in recording my original composition entitled Home. First, the drums. For the drums, I wanted to capture a large open sound for this jazz recording. For the kick drum, I used the Aston Origin mic. This is a cardioid, flat response, large diaphragm condenser, and I placed it about a foot away from the kick drum so that I could get a big, roomy sound out of the kick. Next, on the snare drum, I decided to put a 441. I used this on the snare because it added a more high-mids pop to the sound of the snare that I really wanted so that it would cut through the mix better. For both toms, I decided to use Sennheiser 421s. These are industry standard microphones that deliver a very clear response. I felt this would help achieve my natural drum sound for this mix. I also used a small diaphragm condenser on the hi-hat so that I could get better control out of one of the most essential parts of the jazz drum kit. For the overheads for the drum set, I decided to use two Royer 122s. This captured a very warm, open sound that I was really hoping to get out of the cymbals for this mix. Lastly, all the drum mics were ran into Audient preamps. For the bass guitar, I was looking for a very punchy low-end sound. This bass track was recorded through a Mark Bass amp and mic'd with a D112 that you would normally see on kicks. This microphone has a really good response for anything under 100 Hz. I also used a J48 radial DI so that I could capture a pure, clean sound coming from the bass itself. This also allowed me to add more of a top end of the bass sound in the mixing process. Both bass tracks were recorded into the Focusrite preamp. For the guitar, I decided to use a 122, and we were recording out of a deluxe reverb. I ran this 122 into the 512C API. The piano was one of my favorite things to mic. When it comes to getting a really natural piano sound, this technique for me has always worked the best. I take two small diaphragmed earthwork condenser mics, and I place one midway the hammers on the front side, and then one near the back capturing the low end. Then I take an AKG 414 and place under the piano. This creates a very warm sound that the mics on the top just aren't picking up. Keep in mind, it's good to flip the phase of the 414 on the bottom so you're getting the fullest sound out of your mics. Lastly, for the saxophone, I decided to use a Royer 122 and an AKG 414. The 122, like in most cases, added a very nice warm sound to the saxophone without getting that brittle sound that a tenor sax can tend to have. Some refer to it as the honk sound. These were both recorded into the Great River preamps.